Radiant team pick.
Alright, everybody. Now that the production value has literally gone through the roof, we're going to be back with the South American Championships by TT Esports. I'm SP Revolution 5. I've got Benjamin Casting, formerly known as PlagueDota, on the mic. And also, we've got Lurkaderp here on stats. It's Artyk up against Virus Nirvana, game number 2. Now, in the lobby, we did hear that there were seriously problems with the server, and it seriously was lag. They didn't realize how bad it was going to be lag, so. Anyways, Benjamin, how's it going, man?
Oh, good. How about yourself? You enjoy your break?
Yeah, I did. I actually got to see Sing Sing play a little Fallout 4, and literally, like, just walk into a pit of lava like, what's this do? So that was enjoyable, yeah. Trying to avoid spoilers, though, as I move forward. Anyways, we do have Night Stalker Winter Wyvern picked up. Virus Nirvana ban out the Dazzle this time. Artyk actually banned Dazzle on Dire side this time around. I'm a little confused here, because Dazzle AA as first tier bans, when there's a Doom still on the board, not my favorite. Now, granted, I'm not the best player. That's very well known by everyone. Still, though,
Seconds remaining.
it doesn't make much sense to me. Anyways, they will pick up the Undying this time, so I still like Virus Nirvana's draft. Artyk has much more solid supports this time around, a bit more standard as well, even though we've seen Night Stalker be picked up as a core from time to time.
Yeah, I like these two heroes by Artyk a lot. And also Virus's two heroes, or Nirvana's two heroes rather. They're both very strong heroes. You see Queen of Pain get played in any lane. You know, she does very, very well in all three core roles. And Undying as well is a very good hero. You know, Tombstone's a very, very good ability. Obviously, Decay is great versus strength heroes. It's a good pick versus Night Stalker. Wyvern, I hate the Artyk heroes, Night Stalker and Wyvern. Obviously, Night Stalker, once he gets a couple levels online, once level 4 hits, he can move around the map at night and just eat people alive. He does very, very good.
Yeah. And now we will see that Doom and Alk banned out by Artyk. They don't want to go up against that again in any form, I think. And they'll get the Slark and Gyro banned out by Virus Nirvana. Now Shadow Fiend coming up, so probably going to be the team's mid laner up against Quap. It's a pretty even matchup. I'd say Quap still has a slight edge, though.
Very good. It depends on how comfortable each player is in the matchup, but I do really favor the Queen of Pains in this matchup, mainly because once they get a second point up in the Shadow Strike, it is very difficult for the Shadow Fiend to
10 seconds remaining.
to get farm for a couple levels because of how aggressive the Queen of Pain can get. Obviously, it's a dire Shadow Fiend, so it's not as... I don't think it's as good as a Radiant Shadow Fiend, mainly because that Radiant Shadow Fiend will be able to go into that camp, farm up, like stack it, while after he pushed out a wave, where it's a little more difficult to do that on the dire side. Not saying that it can't be done, because it definitely can, and also if your supports are on top of it, you'll be able to farm regardless. But I think that the Queen of Pain is favored as if the Shadow Fiend is a dire hero.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Now, he can do that trick where he stacks 2 camps at once by raising the medium camp and attacking the large camp, but you do have to really nail the timing there, and it is a little further back than that Radiant medium camp, or even really the hard camp, even though you obviously can't do both at the same time with one hero on the Radiant side. They will go for the Viper again, though. A very similar draft, honestly. I mean, you've got the Queen of Pain Heavy Nuker to kind of fill in for the Necrophos. You've got the Undying to fill in for the Doom as that off-lane dominance. And then Viper just to kite around. And it worked. It's gonna work, I would think, because Viper's a strong hero. In most situations, anyway.
Ooh, this is going to be an off-lane Night Stalker, I think, here with this Lich pickup. Where I think that they know. I think Nirvana's going to go for the aggressive tri-lane again, and I don't think Artyk would fall for the same trick twice. So
Oh, no.
what they could do is they could put the Night Stalker and Lich in the safe lane, or, you know, Virus Nirvana could completely outmind game Artyk and put the Viper in the safe lane. There's a couple different things that you can do.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
I do think that it might be like a Viper Undying aggressive dual lane
5
and
seconds
try to
remaining.
really just command that off lane. You could do that.
Reserve time.
But with the Night Stalker Lich, you'll be able to secure those levels on the Night Stalker if you put him in the hard lane, and then he can get the level 4 quickly. Once he gets to you ideally have level 4 by the first night, and then you can move around the map and really just disrupt
Dire
any
team bad.
fight, and you can engage very well with the Night Stalker the first couple nights. And Tusk is going to be picked up here by Virus Nirvana. Artyk picking that hero in game 1, but didn't really see that
10
much
seconds remaining.
really
effectiveness.
Yeah.
Radiant
that would,
team bad.
but it's probably going to be now the Undying. I think it's going to be the Undying Tusk dual lane that you see quite often, where they just initiate on whatever hero with the Tusk snowball, and then you lock them in
10
with the
seconds
ice
remaining.
shards, drop the tombstone, and make it impossible for those
Dire
heroes to get
team
out.
pick.
But maybe they, yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do. Razor.
Okay.
Radiant
I
team
mean,
pick.
I do see the potential here. It is a ranged hero. It's someone who can survive in lane against Viper and at least go toe for toe with him. Now, they could just try to mind game it and put Queen of Pain in the safe lane and Viper in the mid lane, and then try to get Artyk to do this switcheroo, because you need Shadow Fiend to be in a lane early. If he's missing those early CS, he's going to get very far behind, and it's just not going to end well. But Shadow Fiend also does not have a good time against Viper. He just doesn't.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, well, either way, either cores
Reserve
on
time.
Nirvana, they do very well versus the Shadow Fiend in this matchup. And, oh man,
Oh.
Brood
And there's nothing to really stop it. There's
is-
Shadow Fiend raises and Plasma Field, and that's really
there's
most of your
also
new
the
potential.
Shatter from the Wyvern.
The Splinter Blast,
Yeah, the
yes.
Splinter Blast. Yeah, that's very. That's good. I think there's a lot of AOE, and there's a lot of accidental AOE that
Yeah.
Artyk can just pour out that can kill the Broodmother spawns. But I think that once you get those levels online, it's not going to matter, because Broodmother here in the early stage of the game, she doesn't have to be afraid of lockdown. There's one actual stun on Artyk, and that is on the Winter Wyvern with her curse. So they don't really have a way to prevent
Prepare for
the
battle.
Broodmother from really excelling and rolling over her lane, for the lack of better terms.
Yeah, Broodmother can really get ahead here, and Nirvana, I mean, when we saw them up against T-Show last week, they didn't look quite this strong, but they did show that they could hold their own for a bit against T-Show, especially in the first game. I think their drafting is probably their strong point here. They know how to work around a draft, they know their counter picks, and they can see the weaknesses in an enemy's defense here with Artyk. T-Show had very strong drafts as well, so it didn't shine as much there, but this series, we've really seen some good drafts for them, whether or not they win the second game. And, yeah, with that, I'll introduce Artyk. We've got Sleep here on the Night Stalker, very fitting name. Lucky will be on the
30
Lich.
seconds to battle.
We'll have Reef on the Shadow Fiend, really to me, on the Winter Wyvern, and Sex on the Beach on the Razor.
Alright, and then on the side of Nirvana, on the bot lane, playing the Brood Mama, we've got Eli. Playing the Tusk, we have Richard. Destroyer on the Viper. Miley on the Undying, and then finally being very
The
aggressive
battle
with,
begins.
I think she's just going to go ahead and put that really aggressive ward up there, as happened on the Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's going to be a roaming Tusk, where you'll run the aggressive dual lane with the Undying plus Queen of Pain, and I don't know how well the Viper and Wyvern can do versus this lane right here. And with the Broodmother getting that safe lane, she is she doesn't have to worry about the AoE damage that comes out from the plasma field or the splinter blasts. So really,
yeah, these are just single target. I mean, yes, Lich has some AoE, but it doesn't really count. Let's be honest here.
yeah,
It's not big enough.
Frost Blast does. If Eli is not quick on the trigger finger, and where Lucky is very quick on the trigger right there, using the Tango to eat that Sensory Ward, man, that's gonna put this Broodmother very, very far behind here.
Now, meanwhile, we do see some raises come out. Reef almost takes down Richard. He's actually turning around, looking to go back in here. He'll throw the snowball. Can they do enough damage in time? First blood will actually go over to Destroyer, and I talked about Viper being able to dominate that mid lane, and that's the way that it's happening so far. I mean, yeah, they will slow down Brood as well in the bot lane. She will get back to her web. The Sentry cannot see her over here. And she does at least know it's there. She started munching away at it before they got rid of the other one. And it looks like Undying will bring another sentry down as well. So, they'll go ahead and grab this one. Their pole camp is still warded, but I don't think they're too worried about that with the Brood.
No.
It'll be useful for farming later, but at this point in the game, you really don't need it at all.
The Viper brought really to me very, very low there. Really to me wanting to get a little aggressive there with the Arctic burn, and then Destroyer turned around and said, "Alright, fight me." And
Wyvern's like, on second thought, let's not. Let's be friends, Viper. Didn't work. And they will dust up the Broodmother. You may have gotten rid of the Sentry Ward's Brood, but that's not going to make much of a difference if we can dust you, and they'll bring her down. So, a kill going the way of Artyk, and that's going to be very useful. They will have the Tombstone available if they want it here from Miley. I don't think he even needs to drop it, though. They're just going to kill it quickly enough, and he doesn't have Decay to also fight with, so...
Yeah, only a level 1 on the Undying, so he would really be grasping at straws if he decided to go in there.
Meanwhile, Viper gets another kill on Shadow Fiend.
Yeah,
and sorry for missing that one. It's just... It's Viper versus Shadow Fiend. I can tell you exactly what happened. He right-clicked him. And then he right-clicked him again. And then eventually he was dead. Now they will get the Tombstone down bot, it looks like. Miley going down, but actually Brood is going to be taking the tower shots there. That's a double kill for Miley, picking up well over 1,000 gold, I believe, off of those 2 kills. So
that's 580 in the pocket of that Undying, and he's just going to kill
himself. I mean, he's bought all this out as well. So he gets a ward, a wand, or a stick, rather, branch, boots, and a TP. I mean, that's more than worth it. Meanwhile, up top, Razor is going to grab Queen of Pain at least. He'll have the Wyvern heal him up to be a bit defensive there. And Wyvern's a very nice support, especially up against people like Tusk. Even like the Broodmother, although her spiders can just take that time to get in position. So
it's really interesting that with the interaction of Snowball versus the Razor, because if Razor gets his static link off before the Tusk snowballs, the static link still prevails through the snowballs, so he'll be able to continue to sap the damage. And so if they initiate there, it's going to be very difficult for them to do any sort of physical damage there. Eli, though, he's going to end up going down in the bot lane to the Night Stalker, but he will get a return kill onto the Lich. It looks like they're in the top lane. We do see that both the Razor as well as the Winter Wyvern are going to end up going down to the hands of the Tusk Undying as well as the Queen of Pain.
yeah.
They're looking very good right now for Nirvana. They are 6-3 right
7
now.
and 3.
7-3, wow, rather,
Yeah.
on the score line.
And
So-
also, all of Arctic's heroes, we did see from Lurka, have a positive win rate at least up against the Broodmother. I think the lowest was somewhere around 56. So, statistically, they have a pretty good chance. In this game, they may not. They do need a moment here for Nirvana. Looks like they might have a bit of lag this time around. I'm sure Artyk are understanding that. 200 ping. Okay, oh, 15% packet loss. Yeah. Everything's going their way in the early game. That's how they want to get things started. And you can't blame them there.
Yeah, this aggression that Nirvana's pouring out right now, I don't see Artyk being able to deal with it super well. especially this Broodmother is you see he's going in right onto this Lich in the bot lane, and I think he might take there's no TP support coming quite yet, so this Lich might end up going down here, or be at least brought very low. Oh, with these spider.
There's a spiderling spawn though. She can kill it. Yep, the nuke will get the kill there. So Eli getting a bit out of that, and that'll secure the soul ring as well as possibly some boots if she wants to go for it. Meanwhile, in the mid line, Viper actually getting silenced up. This is their time to take some fights. Can they land that other raise? Undying coming in here. They'll miss the raise, and Reef is going down. He's not level 8, so he doesn't have that ulti up. They do take down the tombstone at least, but Sleep in a lot of trouble. He will get saved by the Winter Wyvern, but it won't save him for long as his strength still gets sapped by the Undying. And Destroyer now with another double kill. He's got an Aquila complete, and he can be working on a mech at any point now.
So Destroyer, he was hit by that raise there, but he does have 3 points in the corrosive skin. And what that does is it gives you all that magic resist, so the raises are very low damage.
Yeah, and this is the build you go for against Shadow Fiend. Now he will get brought in here close. Reef is actually gonna heal him. Oh my goodness, what a misplay. Because he could have gotten the Q raise off and killed Viper there, even as low health as Viper was. Undying coming in for the save, won't quite save him, but there will be a silence coming out on him. Undying with no abilities available anyway, though.
Oh, this poor Lich in the bot lane going down again. Eli picking up his 3rd kill.
And he'll dive tower for that as well. No fear from the Broodmother here.
Oh yeah, the Broodmother is going to start reaching critical masses. We do see she does have so many Spiderlings online already, and it's going to be very difficult for this Night Stalker to get farm in this lane if he...
Yeah.
That's also why you're seeing him move around. Once the day hits, though...
He can return to the lane and hang out a bit. Like, this is what I'm worried about. If Eli pressures this lane and Night Stalker says, okay, well, the Broodmother's a problem. I'm going to go stop Broodmother from farming. Yes, it's the right play, but it's not the right play at the same time, because you need to be going around and ganking and killing stuff at nighttime.
I don't think that...
Oh my goodness.
That the Night Stalker can really do anything versus the Broodmother regardless, because the Broodmother would still be, even if she's silenced, she's still able to go invisible.
Regen.
Correct?
Yeah, and go invisible, of course.
And she'll have a crazy amount of regen, as you see. She's already got 10.1 per second with the Soul Ring plus sitting on the webs. So the Night Stalker, he can't jump on that hero and take her out where you would see the Night Stalker be able to do versus something like a Queen of Pain, for example, who really relies on that blink for the mobility. So
yeah,
here I think once the Broodmother gets this next set of Spiderlings, you could see, and if the Night Stalker, once the invisibility rune fades, it's going to be very difficult for the Night Stalker to sit in lane, because he'll just end up going down, I think.
Yeah, it is going to be a serious problem for him as well. He does have enough gold almost for treads. Interested to see if he's going to go for the urn or not. Meanwhile, Razor does get a short-ish static link off. However, the tombstone means he can't engage there. Lich is going to go down to the Viper. And, I mean, at this point, if you come near Viper, you're dead.
Yeah, this Viper, he's got treads online as well. I don't know if we'll see him go for the mech, though. I think that the mech would be fine here, but he could since he's getting so large, you could see him go for more of an aggressive build, something like a Santanyasha first. You could see him go for, or maybe even something like a Mantis. Oh man, we're gonna see the Night Stalker end up going down there. Eli, those Spiderlings, he doesn't even have a point in incapacitating bite to slow down the Night Stalker, and the Night Stalker just can't outrun the Spiderlings even at night.
And they were nerfed. Haha, 1% slow or something, right? But it's still 8% slow, so it's more than enough to keep him down. Now Reef, in a bit of trouble, will get snowballed on, and I believe he's dead. I don't see what he does here. He gets one raise off, but Viper's magic resist, even if he did land that raise, wouldn't have really dented his health much. Viper sitting on 900 gold. They will be popping the Night Stalker ult here. to run Night Stalker to the bot lane a little faster. But they've also forced Night Stalker to go for an early point in the silence. And that's sacrificing a point in Hunter in the night. It's really slowing stuff down.
I think an early point in Crippling Fear is fine.
I would sacrifice a point in Void though,
yeah,
instead.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say as well. Where you get more out of the Hunter of the Night than you would the Void, but still it's if you're in Artyk's position, you need to take advantage of every single night that you can, because right now you just wasted darkness.
And there's a tombstone going down, as well as a lich going down. Unfortunately, though, the lich won't live to tell the tale for now. And there's no rotation from the team. They still need Shadow Fiend to get online. He's sitting on Brown Boots, Aquila Bottle.
Man, this Broodmother, if you take a look, he's got a Midas. He's working his way. He almost has treads if he wants to go for it. You could go for something else.
Even for getting the farm, he's almost got a tier 2 tower 9.5 minutes in.
Exactly.
And he's not even being contested, basically.
No, it's looking very good right now for Nirvana. And
what are you going to do? Have Viper, or Razor, excuse me, farm up and counter push? He's not going to push as fast, and now they're coming in for the racks. Now, there is a TP back, but there's not much mana on the Viper. There's Snowball in onto the Lich, who's almost dead. We'll go down to a spawn Spiderlings there just as soon as he got back up. Really, to me, in a bit of trouble. Sex on the beach is not going to be on any sort of beach unless there's beaches in Razor Heaven. As he goes down, they'll drop a tombstone and just say, this is our base now. See, there's a Radiant building in it, guys. We own this.
Yeah, and
only one team has had more than 18 kills at 10 minutes. In 6.85. It is...
This is a very aggressive... It's a disgusting lineup by Nirvana.
Yeah.
They're doing very well for themselves. And as you see here, the Undying, he's not going to even die after the...
Living up to his name very nicely, yeah.
Man, he's also going for the mechanism himself. So
then there's 2,700 gold up on the Viper. Like, he can go, like, straight butterfly at this point if he wants to. Not that he even needs to.
Radiance Viper.
Yeah, just the classic, right?
Right.
Now, they will turn around Tusk, but here's the problem. Tusk doesn't do enough damage to kill off Viper. They'll get the Tusk at least, but Viper's going to make it home. On a sliver of HP, mind you, but he will make it home.
Yeah, but you do get a small consolation prize, I guess, in getting the Tusk, but the Tusk still does have a medallion online, and the Broodmother has 2,600 gold online. I wonder what we'll see the Broodmother go for. I think you're gonna see it. She needs like something like a Radiance because she's gonna have it so fast, and
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This Viper is going just straight Aghanims as well. So he'll have that online here before too long. And this Queen of Pain just, lowest net worth of all the cores on Nirvana, but she still surpassed the
Shadow Fiend. At this point, she wasn't above him before they took the tower, but
yeah.
I mean, Shadow Fiend is sitting on treads and 1,600 gold. Queen of Pain has 2,700 and is just maybe gonna get some treads eventually. If she wants. They're just trying to see, okay, what can we do with literally no items right now? Like, let's just save our money for the next game. Viper is going to be going for an Ags, which can't blame him there. It's a great Aghanims upgrade on Viper. Just 12 seconds, you slow somebody down every time, and now Sleep is going to go for the big sleep, I think. He will TP, but he's dead anyway. And Quap just picks up a full Yules.
Yeah, that's good. She stops TP so she can catch out
anybody.
Yeah.
But the only other stun they have is the Tusk, so they really do need this, actually. Now, meanwhile, Brood is just farming away. Got a Vlad's now. Is there a way Artyk make it back here?
Well, you need to get the farm onto the Shadow Fiend. He is level 10.
We also have a 12k gold read.
Once he does have once he gets a couple items online, if he is allowed to get those items online, he does have 2,500 gold in the bank right now, That's very good for him. Razor does have his mechanism online, so you're going to see him going through something like a SNY.
The problem is, though, he doesn't have treads, and so he can't even turn to int and use the mech. The mech is half his mana pool.
Yeah, I think well he'll have them in a little bit anyway.
Hopefully, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you do lose most of your tier 2 towers. But the Night Stalker, obviously, he doesn't necessarily need items to be an effective hero at nighttime. Right now, it's Nirvana. They're being very aggressive right now. The Roche pit actually might be good for Artyk to smoke up, and then you climb the Wyvern over, and you go on like the Tusk or somebody, but they won't be able to get to the Roche pit in time. But if you were able to get a curse onto somebody like a Tusk with a bunch of spiralings around him, the Tusk is going to be brought very low, and he might even die.
This is the other thing they've done again. They've got those tanky supports. Undying and Tusk do not go down easy. I don't care who you are. Unless you're fed as can be, they're just not going to go down easy. And Brood is looking for like a Sanch and Yasha at this point. Like just I'm going to kill you if you come and mess with me. Don't touch my babies.
Yeah, I would probably go for the SNY as well, because he did decide to go for the Vladimirs, so you've got a lot of aura right now for your team, and
bottom barracks are under attack.
Being able to have something like an SNY so you can fight more at this stage of the game is important.
They will get a drain off.
We have a Shadow Blade on the Shadow team, so
I kind of like this, I guess. He's going to get the ulti up. It's going to hit all of them. It looks like, where's that Courier? Okay, Courier brings Viper and Ags. Reef just kind of doesn't see it. And ult coming out from Queen of Pain. Richard in a lot of trouble. They will bring down 2. They lose the Tusk, though. Alright, make that 3, actually. Maybe all of them, as they're all going to go down here. They have 3 buybacks, but does it even make a difference? No ulti up for Razor or Wyvern. And Night Stalker's ult, like, it gets a little darker, but I don't think they can still see the racks, right? They're going to call it. Oh my goodness.
Man, Nirvana,
they've looked good this series.
Yeah, I
Thanks, Reborn 200 Pain.
I mean,
okay.
Reborn wouldn't. I don't think that the lag would have changed it one way or another.
Yeah, and it seems like lag is the same way on Nirvana.
Well, yeah. Both. I checked the pings on both teams, and they're both very similar. So
yeah.
The thing is Nirvana, they had the draft, they had the skill, and they had the they also had the
execution.
Yeah, the execution. The team chemistry is very important with drafts like this. Eli obviously just manhandling that bot lane, where the Night Stalker and Lich really couldn't do anything. So you see the Lich fantasy points, don't really matter at all, but
it does show something.
Yeah, it shows the tail of the tape here, where he has minus 1.7 fantasy points. It's just, there's so much that Nirvana did well, and there was so much that Artyk couldn't do versus the lineups, and the early execution, the early kills that Nirvana got that allowed them to snowball was ultimately what ended the series. And what was it, a combined game time of like 43 minutes?
Yeah.
Or maybe it would have been longer. I don't remember how long. Game 1 was like 27 minutes, right?
Yeah, this one was much shorter. So
yeah. So
anyways, that will be it for tonight. Of course, tomorrow we have quite a few games. Let me just pull up the schedule and tell you guys. Hopefully they won't be stomps like this one. We've had some pretty exciting games in the tournament so far, and I kind of hate that the ones that get featured on Dota 2 Lounge are like one-way stomps. Even though if this one was a bit unexpected. It's going to be Not Today vs. Steel at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll have 8 p.m. Eastern, Lucini vs. Made in Brazil. And then Virtus Legion versus LCG is at 6 p.m. Eastern. So it'll go Not vs. Steel, Virtus Legion, LCG, and then Lucini versus Made in Brazil. Of course, big shout out to Lurkaderp, who was statting for us in both these games. You can follow her at Lurkaderp on Twitter, as well as at STDev Stats. You can find most of the statsmen you'll ever find, period. And, of course, my co-caster, Benjamin Casting on Twitter. And myself, SB Revolution 5. You can find me at SB Revolution 5 on Twitch and Twitter. and SP Revolution 5 Dota on Facebook. Big shout out to the sponsors, Azubu, as well as My Revenge, and big shout out to Dota 2 Lounge, Dota 2 Bastiolo, and VP Game for hosting the match as well. And don't forget to follow Truesight TV everywhere there's social media. Have I done enough plugs here, you think? Maybe I should plug one more. Shout out to my mom.
Did you plug in TT Esports?
Oh, TT Esports, who's running the tournament.
And Azubu as well.
Yep, and Valve for the server issues.
Exactly, so all these beautiful things. So...
And the sun for being bright today, if we're just plugging everything at that point.
Man, it's...
I went a little overboard, yeah. Anyways, once again, thank you guys all for coming out. We appreciate your support and your feedback, and condolences to those of you who have lost your Bugattis. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time.